If you've been waiting for a new flagship Samsung tablet integrated with AI, the wait is ended. With the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, you get a gigantic 14.6-inch display, an integrated S Pen, and all of the fantastic Galaxy AI capabilities to enjoy. Things are sort of heating up in the Android tablet arena, as we're seeing more and more companies come into the mix. However, the only actual competition that Samsung has encountered comes from a small corporation out in Cupertino, California, dubbed Apple. Samsung is confident that with the imminent debut of the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus and S10 Ultra, it would be able to move ahead of Apple and preserve its supremacy on the Android side. Before going into the nitty-gritty, the first significant surprise is that Samsung is deciding to skip the 11-inch variant. That leaves us with the 12.4-inch Galaxy Tab S10 Plus and the enormous 14.6-inch Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. Although we don't know the precise rationale for this move, we may guess that it has something to do with the Tab S9 FE and Tab A9 Plus. Basically, what it appears to come down to is that if you want a smaller tablet, then the FE is the way to go. Otherwise, you'll need to spend for the bigger and more premium alternatives. With that out of the way, Samsung spent a large amount of time stressing a few things. The first of which was how Galaxy tablets assist to establish an all-encompassing environment while being able to do much more than simply operate as a media playing device. No, we aren't talking about any Pixel tablet-like experiences, but the thought of a tablet that serves as a SmartThings hub is fairly fascinating. Instead, we were besieged with an almost continual onslaught of Galaxy AI remarks and blurbs. According to Samsung, 75% of its users have engaged with AI features, and there were 18 million users of Galaxy AI in 1 week. Those stats are truly amazing, particularly when considering that they only pertain to Samsung's US market. Meanwhile, Samsung also revealed that there are now more than 100 million Galaxy AI-enabled smartphones accessible. More crucially, the corporation intends to quadruple that number by the end of this year. It's a tall ambition, for sure, but if there's one business that could follow through, it's Samsung. In order to do so, it requires bringing Galaxy AI into the hands of more people, whether it is via software upgrades or introducing new devices. Samsung is going for both, which began with One UI 6.1.1 on the software side, and the push is continuing with the 4 devices released. So precisely where does the Galaxy Tab S10 Plus and S10 Ultra fall into the equation? Well, think about all of the features that arrived with the Z Fold 6 and picture them on considerably bigger displays. Circle to Search is here, along with Sketch to Image, Smart Select, and even AI-based Dialogue Boost. When looking at the hardware, you would be hard-pressed to be able to discern the difference between last year's models and these new ones. The measurements aren't quite similar, but they are pretty darn close. It's not like this should really come as much of a surprise, but Samsung still creates some of the most brilliant screens that I've ever set eyes on. That tendency continues with the Tab S10 Ultra, and I can only guess this will also be the case with the Tab S10 Plus. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to view or use the smaller of the two, leaving me wondering whether Samsung just cared more about the Ultra. Besides that, we have the same array of buttons around the frame, along with the quad speaker array and USB-C charging connector on the bottom. On the back, both the Tab S10 Plus and S10 Ultra boast twin rear cameras, with a magnetic S Pen strip situated immediately to the left. While it's undoubtedly doable, it's also a touch hilarious when you pick up the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra with one hand. It's definitely not built for this, but chances are you won't be standing in the middle of a busy room attempting to hold it with one hand while using the S Pen with the other. Then, if you're using a 14.6-inch tablet, odds are that you won't be attempting to operate it with just one hand. This leads us to the keyboard casing, which is a source of considerable disappointment. As I indicated previously, Samsung is serious about wanting to have everyone and everybody adopting Galaxy AI, seemingly following in the footsteps of Microsoft with the Windows Copilot button. There's a new Galaxy AI button on the keyboard. I'm not sure whether that was the intended purpose, but when tapped, the Google Gemini app would emerge. It's conceivable this was simply for today's presentation, but I'm also wondering as to where Bixby plays a part in all of this. Nevertheless, it's not all that unexpected to observe, particularly given that the Copilot has been installed on nearly every Windows laptop sold this year. One thing I did notice while looking at the Tab S10 Plus and Ultra product page is that it looks that the new book cover keyboard could really be compatible with the Tab S9 Plus and S9 Ultra. This was one of my primary gripes when upgrading from the Tab S8 Ultra to the Tab S9 Ultra, so maybe Samsung is truly listening. If the book cover keyboard is backward compatible, that's wonderful for Tab S9 Plus and Ultra users. What isn't fantastic is that it didn't seem like anything else had been done to enhance the overall design. The past two incarnations have been wonderful while using them on a desk or a firm surface, but things instantly begin to fall apart when using the book cover keyboard on your lap. I didn't have the chance to sit back on a sofa and use the keyboard, so it's something I'm looking forward to checking out when it's time for a review. At this point, I'm not sure what other ways Samsung could go in, other for outright borrowing Apple's iPad Pro Smart keyboard design. Another surprise was that Samsung chose against employing the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in its top tablet series. Instead, we have the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus, combined with either 12 gigs or 16 gigs of RAM and up to 1 terabyte of expandable storage. Speaking of which, congratulations to Samsung for continuing to offer a micro SD card slot with their tablets, even if I still feel it should have been removed from Galaxy phones. Anyways, Samsung says the Dimensity 9300 Plus SoC gives an 18% jump in CPU performance, 28% higher GPU performance, and 14% enhanced NPU performance. All of it is combined with a larger vapor chamber, in an attempt to minimize on the chance for overheating. I wasn't able to truly put this to the test in my little time with the Tab S10 Ultra, but everything seemed as quick as I anticipated. If anything, I did observe that booting into the classic Samsung DeX mode felt quicker than I imagined, something that was mirrored by others at the event. The choice to change from Qualcomm to MediaTek for its flagship tablets had to have been for a solid reason. But it was fascinating to see 3 new Samsung Galaxy handsets introduced, none of which are being powered by a Snapdragon CPU. All in all, I'm not particularly dissatisfied that Samsung kept to a slightly altered design, and even stating that shocks me. The Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra is the poster child for luxury Android tablets, and there's simply not much that can compete in this price range. With technology that's already polished, Samsung is doing precisely what I anticipated, as it's placing more of an emphasis on software. More significantly, it's all about Galaxy AI and Samsung attempting to develop methods for its users to really make use of these capabilities. Again, like we predicted, Samsung is bringing the major guns to the market this year. The Tab S10 Plus offers a big 12.4-inch OLED display with no notch but anti-reflection coating, which is a wonderful touch. The Tab S10 Ultra bears an even larger 14.6-inch OLED display with 120Hz refresh rate and incorporating 2 cameras on the broad notch. Samsung has chosen for the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus CPU with up to 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage to power the Tab S10 series. However, you're receiving the new slates with Android 14 version out of the box, but with the promise of 4 OS updates, which should ideally not contain Android 15. Similar to the other Samsung premium smartphones this year, you receive the Galaxy AI suite of capabilities by default, and the accompanying S Pen enables you to fully explore them. The tablets are only 15 grams lighter than the S9 series and constructed with armor aluminum for toughness. The Galaxy Tab S10 Plus carries a 10,900 mAh battery, while the Tab S10 Ultra sports an 11,200 mAh battery. Both offer 45-watt wired rapid charging speed. For connection, you receive them with compatibility for Wi-Fi 6E and 7 and 5G network. Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 series begins at 90,999 rupees, approximately $1,086.95, for the Tab S10 Plus basic model with 256 gigs and Wi-Fi only capability. The 5G 256 gigs Tab S10 Plus costs 104,999 rupees, approximately $1254.18. The Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra pricing in India begins at 108,999 rupees, approximately $1301.96 for the Wi-Fi 256 gigs edition, rising up to 133,999 rupees, approximately 1,657 for the 5G 512 gigs model. There are several intriguing pre-order offers that may help you obtain a better value. The Tab S10 series will be on sale from October 3 in the nation. The Galaxy Tab S10 series delivers an efficient experience, increasing productivity, and serves as the perfect canvas to bring out your creative side with the aid of AI. With Note Assist and the intuitive S Pen, note-taking is a snap on the tablet's huge display. Homework, note-taking during meetings, and personal journaling become more efficient with automated transcriptions and summaries given by AI. With PDF overlay translation, the Galaxy Tab S10 series can also smoothly convert PDFs via an on-screen overlay. Handwriting help cleans up sloppy handwritten notes too. Sketch to Image makes the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra great for bringing vision into reality, functioning as the ultimate creative helper for overcoming mental hurdles. With Circle to Search, results may vary based on visual matching. Requires internet connection. Users may need to upgrade Android to the newest version. Product functioning may be dependent on your app and device settings. Some functionality may not be compatible with specific applications. Availability of the service varies by country and language. Accuracy of findings is not guaranteed. Utilizing Google on the Galaxy Tab S10 series, you may circle to search anything without switching applications. Instantly translate whatever you view on your tablet using Google. Without switching applications, you can translate any picture, video, or text in 2 touches. Quickly receive the information you need, then go straight back to what you're doing. Circle to Search with Google can even detect and define procedures for solving physics and math difficulties. The Galaxy S Pen's Air command with AI enables immediate access to Galaxy AI shortcuts without flipping between menus. AI assistant applications may also be simply opened using the Galaxy AI key on the book cover keyboard. Book cover keyboard offered separately. Product design may vary per model. Features and keyboard layout may vary by model or kind of language. Featuring textual instructions, making it easy for customers to pick between Samsung's Bixby and Google's Gemini for a tailored AI experience. So share your thoughts in the comment section. See you in my next video. Goodbye.